Well, we're playing the Knights. Mm, we are playing the Knights. That's going to be a hell of a series. First off, I just want to say that series was a hell of a series. It wasn't supposed to be, but it was. Um, Vegas had this, but Minnesota bounced back with 2 wins. But Vegas took care of it when it counted in Game 7. 6-2. A hat trick from Matthias Janmark, and Max Pacioretty's back. Oh boy. So that's over. We have our opponent, and it's the Vegas Golden Knights. Now, I don't know. I'm just giddy about this. Here's the, this season this season turned the Golden Knights and the Avalanche into division rivals. Remember, these two teams are in separate divisions. The Avs are in the Central, and the Knights are in the Pacific. We only face the Knights, I think, 3 times a year normally. Because we were in that same West Division with Vegas, we ended up facing them 8 times, and all 8 games were crazy intense. On the negative side for us, Vegas is the only team this year to shut us out, and Marc Andre Fleury did it twice. But on the positive, despite that, we did post a winning record against them. We went 4-3 with one overtime loss, which doesn't matter in the playoffs. But we went 4-3 with one overtime loss this season against Vegas. And the overtime loss was at home though. We That was the only game. I think that was the only game in that series that went to overtime. We know how to beat Vegas in Vegas, and not just that's not just this year. We have learned how to beat Vegas in Vegas since that first season. But yeah, of course, this season it was 1 goal games. I remember Nazem Kadri, who won't be in this series at all. Nazem Kadri scored that game winner on February 16th, and then there was the game in the final week, which was the one road game in I think our final like 6 or something like that. We had to win. We had to win that game to stay alive in the race for first in the West and the overall number one, the President's Trophy, and we won that 2-1. Um, so we have learned how to beat Vegas in Vegas. But now we have this series. This is gonna be a hell of a series. I'm gonna need a few of these because this series is gonna be crazy. I fear it'll go 7, and as an Avalanche fan, I'm trying to avoid that game 7, especially. Hopefully if we have a chance to clinch, we can go up like 3-1. I'll take 3-1. 3-0's a stretch, but yeah, this isn't the Blues we're playing. This is not the Blues we're playing. The Blues were a mess and completely lost. Vegas is something else. Though every team has its holes. Vegas's hole, strangely, is their power play, and it always baffles me how a team that good with loaded with players hasn't been that good in the power play. The Avalanche, however, we have done a better job clearing the puck. We need to start. We need to continue that. We can't be stuck in our own zone forever, because we'll get snake bit if we do. Um, and when we have our own power play, not so much passing. You got a shot, shoot it. That's all I ask. But this is going to be a crazy series. It is. It might be violent because the Avalanche and Knights have quickly developed an antipathy towards each other. This is our first and only time that we're division rivals with Vegas, and already the hatred's there. And and even when we're separated in separate divisions, it's basically the new version of Avs Wings. It is. It's the new Avs Wings. I'm serious. I think I said this once before, but yeah, this is the new Avalanche Wings rivalry. It's gonna be insane. So yeah. So and for the Minnesota Wild, I talk about Minnesota. Um, they did what they were supposed to. They just got outplayed and outmatched by in every way, shape, or form in Game 7 tonight. So this whole season is over now. Kirill Kaprizov can count down the days until he announces the winner of the Calder Trophy. But so and I also bring more news regarding round two, and it comes in the form of what we have to look forward to in tomorrow, or in the coming days, I should say. Okay, so tomorrow there's only one series left. There's only one series left, and that's Toronto and Montreal. That's the only first round series left. Game 6 of that series is tomorrow, 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific, and then at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, the second round begins. It is Game 1 between the Bruins and the Islanders. As for Sunday, it's Game 1, Lightning Hurricanes, the weather series. Game 1, Lightning Hurricanes, Sunday, 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific. That was announced earlier today that Central Division series will start Sunday. And then at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, it's official now, Golden Knights Avalanche Game 1. And I just saw the schedule, Game 2 of the East Division series, Boston and the Islanders, that's Monday. And if Montreal wins, Game 7 of Habs Leafs is also Monday. And I still say, if Toronto takes care of it, tomorrow, then Game 1 of Maple Leafs Jets should be Monday. It really should be. And we'll get that even schedule. And it should result in that even schedule, sort of, where it's 2 one day and 2 the other day. Like the Central and West one day, and the North and East another day. Because we're in the Elite Eight now. The picture isn't quite complete yet, but we're in the Elite Eight now. It's the division finals. It's round 2. And this is where it gets real, because in this modified postseason, only done for this season only, this is the last round before the Stanley Cup semifinals. There's no conferences this year. And, of course, the 4 winners will be re-ranked and reseeded due to record. And I think, according to the standings, whoever wins the Avs Knights series, go Avs go, that team will automatically be number 1, because both those two teams had the highest point totals at 82. So it's the last ride before the Final Four, and things get interesting. And of course, we should get news on cross-border travel, because the Canadian team's going to be involved in this. So with that, I say that's my recap of Game 7 tonight, and I'll be back tomorrow to recap tomorrow's action. Hopefully it comes with a congratulations to the Leafs for advancing. So, as always, stay tuned.